What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Kurt Carson back at it. Going to go over this real quick today. It's this climate change story that we keep getting. I've been looking into it. A lot of it doesn't add up to me at all. I'm looking for the answers. I like to see some facts. Seems like all we ever get is the scientists say. Well, you know, I can't always believe these scientists because they tell you that, you know, the earth is 100 billion gazillion years old, and you know, dinosaurs were here before man, and God doesn't exist. So I have trouble believing them. So I want to just kind of go through these things. Apparently today, Wednesday the 20th of July, the executive action was taken by the president for climate change. Now, apparently $2.3 billion is going to be moved into funding communities to help them cope with extreme weathers. Infrastructure. Now, I look, first of all, where are we getting $2.3 billion? We're already giving Ukraine billions of dollars, and we're in you know, inflation, and gas is, you know, $4.50 or $4.25 a gallon, you know, whatever it may be. So instantly we're coming up with 2.3 billion so that we can give it to communities who are having trouble coping with extreme weather. Now, I live on the northeast coast, Delaware. The temperatures here have been the same roughly. Now, you know, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's colder, sometimes it's hotter, but it's always been that way since I was born, like as far back as I can remember. If it's getting worse, why are the temperatures remaining the same? And to be perfectly honest with you, last year, me and my family, we go to the beach, and we were on the beach in the middle of June in hooded sweatshirts because it was cold at the beach. It was too cold to be there and be out in the water, or be on the beach and be close to the water without hoodies on. So, you know, June in a hoodie on the beach is odd, right? So today in Delaware, we had like 97 degrees, you know, give or take. High humidity, 97%. I think they said it felt like it was 105 or something like that. That's not the first time we've had that. This isn't something new. So they talk about these greenhouse gases, which are emitted from basically things that use fossil fuels. So when you use your car, it's putting greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, so on and so on. And these things are creating climate change. Now, there's rumors out there that the government can control the climate. They can create storms and again, conspiracy. You know, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what they can do? But this doesn't seem like they're telling us the truth. They're talking about putting money into windmills down there in the Gulf of Mexico somewhere, to help with, you know, get more clean energy. And they're going to give assistance to, it's going to be a home energy assistance to the low income. Now, once again, I'm not low income. You know, I'm your middle class person. But you're assisting low income, which I'm not part of. Most of those low income people are already on government assistance. What about everybody else? Right? What about everybody else? If you're saying that this is happening and you're going to give assistance to low income families to help them with their electric bills and things like that, most of us are middle class, you know? Most of us are right there. Most of us can afford our electric bill, but if it went through the roof to cool your house or heat your house or whatever it may be, we would all have trouble, right? Middle class has trouble. You know, you got a 2,000 square foot house, and it, your electric bill every month is $200. But if it goes up to $400, that really hurts a middle class family. So what is happening? What's going on? Because I already noticed on my personal utility bill that my rates went up anyway, right? So that they're creeping up, that they slide them in there right behind you, right underneath your nose, but they're creeping up already. But my bill to cool my house hasn't been oddly impacted within the last 2-3 years. Ever since I've been a homeowner, I don't know, about 22 years or so. Hasn't changed a whole lot, but apparently there's drastic climate change. To the point where you got like the Bill Gates Foundation, who he's putting $20 billion into this foundation, and some of that money is going to go towards climate change. They're talking like this is such a large deal that we're all in big trouble. And I'm assuming that it's melting the polar caps, like they say, and it's flooding the ocean with fresh water, which is going to mess up all the currents and water levels and fish in the water and so on and so on and so on. Sounds good. But is it true? Who knows these things? Who knows if this is true? Once again, the scientists can lie to you all day long, but who are you to argue? Are you going to argue? Do you have the degree that they have? Are they right? Or is someone on the top telling them to put this information out there so that they can force you into an electric vehicle? That's the plan. Put everybody into an electric vehicle. I don't know how that's ever going to work, but that's what they want. And when we're talking about electric vehicles, they have these insane numbers for electricity in the home, where the cost to charge your car at your home will be the same cost if you were to run 25 refrigerators all at once in your house. So if you had 25 refrigerators and you plugged them into your home and let them run, that's how much it's going to cost you to charge your vehicle. And most of us know that I think it's the second highest electric using device in your home is your refrigerator, I believe. So how is that going to work? How is that going to be cheaper? 25 refrigerators? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't add up. That doesn't sound like it's helpful. And what about people that live in apartments? Where are they going to charge their cars at? Outside? Are the apartment complexes going to put charging stations in? And then what, you're going to plug your car in at the charging station and hope that somebody doesn't unplug it while you're sleeping? And then when you wake up in the morning, your car doesn't have enough power to get to work? How is this going to work? How about the people that can't afford any more than like a $500 car? You see those cars driving down the road that are like, they're 1985 Honda Civics. They got 500,000 miles on them. There's smoke coming out of the tailpipe, but they're still driving because this is the only thing this person can afford to get to work every day. What are they gonna do? They're gonna sell that and then go out and purchase a $40,000 electric vehicle? Impossible. You can give all the tax credits you want. That will never happen. The low income people and the middle class people can't afford things like this. So unless you're just going to come in and install all this stuff for free and then swap our cars out for free, how do you expect this to happen? Not to mention, everybody needs to wake up and look at the amount of people in this country who were employed around fossil fuel industries. You take all that stuff away and you have millions of people unemployed. You have large oil refineries and powerhouses and things like that are going to shut down. People are going to be laid off, and what are we going to do then? All these things, they just don't add up. It's hot in the summer, okay? Again, I don't know it all, so maybe out there in Nebraska and other places like that, it's been really hot, right? I know other places in America get hot, right? I've heard stories of, Las Vegas and all them places, and, it's sweltering hot. I believe it's been like that for a long time. And then you got there's forest fires and lakes are drying up and all that kind of stuff. I mean, again, a lot of these lakes and stuff, they're fed from the snow caps in the mountains. So if the temperatures are getting warmer, shouldn't those snow caps be melting and filling them rivers? Again, I could be completely wrong. Maybe those snow caps there isn't any snow caps up there to produce melting water to go down and feed these rivers and these lakes. I'm putting this out there so that we can get together and look into it. I believe that this country is under attack from the higher power. That's what I believe. I believe they have an agenda to pass, and they'll stop at nothing to get there to do it. I believe this climate change is part of that agenda. There's a lot of people in the politics world that aren't for this. It all comes back to the Bible, and it all comes back to God. If God is going to change the climate to destroy us, you're not coming back from that one. The government can't do anything about it. God's just going to do what he's got to do. Everybody needs to see these things. You need to look at these things. You need to research this information so that we know where we're going. You got to stop listening to the TV. You got to stop listening to what these fools are saying to you on the TV. You got to start looking around and looking into these things, because something is not right. It doesn't make any sense. We just sold a million barrels to China to help with the gas prices. That just sounds ridiculous. That sounds absolutely ridiculous. Gas, the highest it's ever been in Delaware, the highest it's ever been. And with this executive action that he's passing, it's gonna halt any kind of fossil fuel situations whatsoever. So any kind of drilling, all that stuff's done. You can forget that. It's just gonna make gas prices even worse. How long is it gonna take to create infrastructure? How long is it gonna take to create more wind energy? It's not gonna happen overnight. And then it makes no difference if the United States does all of these things if the rest of the world isn't on the same page. So if all the other countries out there are not in this climate change battle to go green as fast as possible, this will never work, because just one country going green, 2 countries, 10 countries going green is not going to fix greenhouse gases. It won't. How is that possible? Everybody needs to be on the same page with that. Are they? I have no idea. I feel like China does whatever they want. Russia does whatever they want. I mean, what's going on in Africa and all them countries in Africa? Are the guys driving around in cars and trucks and stuff that through the jungle and everything? Are they going to switch over to electric vehicles, start charging stations? I mean, some of these people live in huts made out of mud and straw. And how are they going to go electric? They don't even have electricity. How are they going to do this exactly? Come together, figure this out. Anybody comes up with any information, leave me some comments. I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around it. I don't think it's the truth. I think God is in control, and everybody's got to let God just be in control. If He didn't want us doing all these things, then we wouldn't have been doing them. I mean, we've been doing fossil fuels for a long time. And if that's ruining this planet, it's going to be up to God, not up to us. Jesus is coming back. He's coming back, and He's going to take over. But He won't be here until the devil rounds up as many of you sinners as he possibly can to drag you to hell with him. These situations could potentially be part of this end of times. Let's just look into it. That's all I'm asking. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.